Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I am just filming a catch-up Q&A. So the last time I filmed one of these, I haven't even moved to Florida yet. Like, I was still in Georgia. I just graduated college and that was almost two years ago. Yeah, so I thought I'd film a catch-up video as to where I'm at now. So yeah, let's just get into the questions. If you guys are OG like subscribers, welcome back. And if you're new, hi, my name is Z. I make videos sharing all about my experiences in grad school, faith, fashion, coffee, all the things. So if you like videos like that, be sure to hit the subscribe button and stick around. But let's go ahead and get into the questions. Okay, so I did have lots of questions about moving, what am I doing now, dating, catching up with life. So I'm just gonna, I might section them off, but I might just kind of like, if you hear noise in the background, it's my cat. He only does this when I film because he doesn't want my attention otherwise. But when I film, he all of a sudden wants my attention. But I got lots of videos just about catching up and like what's changed and like how life is different and all things like that. So this question is, what have you been up to since your last life update? So as I said before in my intro, the last time I filmed one of these, I think it was June of almost 2 years ago. So June like 2021, 2022 is when I last filmed my last catch-up video. I think I've just graduated college. I was still figuring out moving and things like that. But since then, if you guys are like new, you guys can go catch up on all my videos. I have an entire playlist about moving to Florida and things like that. But I moved to Florida. I have started my grad program, so I'm in a Ph.D. program. If you guys don't know, I'm getting my degree in Biomedical Sciences, specializing in breast cancer and oxidative damage. What? You want to say hi? You want to say hi to the vlog? Someone wants to say hi? No, you don't. See, this is what I mean. He only wants my attention when I'm doing something, not when I'm actually free and doing nothing. But yeah, since the last update, I have moved to Florida. I've started my grad program. I am a second year now. I'm about to go into my second semester of my second year, which is insane because I feel like I just started and time has flown by. So that's what I've been up to, just trying to get these grades, trying to learn as much as I can to prepare me for my future position. So yeah, that's what I have been up to. Have there been any personal milestones or achievements that you've done? So yes, I have started going to the gym regularly. So if you guys go follow me on my Instagram, I post like all real-time updates, but I have started going to the gym. I've lost over 20 pounds and I'm really, really proud of myself. So that's like personal achievements. Professional, I'm just in my lab, I'm doing my research, I'm trying to learn as much as I can. But as for any personal goals, I don't think I have any more other than that, just to continue to try and being my best self in Christ. That's the best that I can do at the end of the day. So there's that. Someone says, are you dating anyone? What are your thoughts of being single? How do you embrace this phase of life? So I'm not dating anyone and I've been single for almost 2 years. I'm pretty sure, as you guys know, what are your thoughts and benefits of being single? So for a while I struggled with this, especially time last year when all of my friends were like dating and like getting engaged and like getting married, and it hit the self-confidence a little bit. It wasn't until maybe January of this year where I started feeling okay with it, especially now that I've gotten more deeper into my religion and faith. I've really been okay with being single. Sure, there are times where I'm like, oh, being single like sucks, but overall I'm really happy and content with my life. Like, I'm building the friends that I want. I'm throwing myself into community. I'm going to school. I'm going to the gym. I still have my therapy sessions. I am thoroughly just loving like the stage of my life and things like that. So, okay, someone says, share your experiences and challenges related to moving to a new location. What has it been like adjusting to a different environment, planning on moving, thoughts of moving, upcoming year, things like that. Okay, so when I first moved to Tallahassee, the adjustment was rough. I didn't know, I knew people, but I didn't know, like, I wasn't close with anyone. Like, when I moved here with my boyfriend, we moved in together. Clearly, we're no longer together. We broke up a long time ago, things like that. But dealing with that and adjusting to grad school, it was hard. Like, it was definitely hard to deal with. So it was just being in a new state, being in a new environment, ending a relationship, ending friendships and things like that, family dynamics, switching. I went through a lot of stuff my first semester, and I am going to be filming a grad school Q&A, and I already have the questions and all that for that, so I'll be filming that and posting that shortly. But I went through a lot my first semester. Even everybody was like, you went through some shit your first semester, and I did. Like, oh my goodness, I went through a breakup, I moved states, I started a very intense, rigorous program, which guaranteed my undergrad was definitely hard. I was a chemistry major, okay? Like, that's no joke. It was definitely hard. But adjusting to grad school rigor was like a different of itself. The imposter syndrome hit. I felt like I didn't belong. I know I didn't belong. Dealing with that was rough. And then my car accident, I ended up totaling my brand new car that I drove down here with because someone was careless on the road. It was a lot of stuff that happened to me, okay? But through Christ, we persevered, and we're thriving and we're flourishing. But it was definitely hard adjusting and being in a new state by yourself, having to learn everything all over again when I essentially been in a town for the last like 4 or 5 years. It was definitely an adjustment, but you know, we eventually adjusted a year in, and now I am very happy. I am very much content on where I am, and I'm happy with how my life is going right now at the moment. Someone asked about thoughts on moving. Are you planning on moving? So here's the gist about the moving situation. So I'm basing moving off of 2 things. 1, how much they raised the rent for this place, and then 2, how much rent is gonna cost like in the housing market if I move because moving is expensive. Like, I'm not a fan of moving. I'm really not. I love my place. Like, I love the place, and I finally decorated it to the point of how I want it and how I like it. Not to mention furnishing the apartment itself was expensive, and it's just, I don't know if I want to pay to do that all over again because everything is sort of measured for this place only. And I love my place. Like, it feels like home. Every time I walk in, it just feels like my own little slice of home. And I'm not sure if I want to give that up, but it depends on how much they raise the rent for this place. If it gets astronomically high, obviously, like, I will move, but the price I pay for rent now is pretty sweet, and I wouldn't want that to change. I don't know. I'm going to tour apartments for the upcoming year. I'm going to tour apartments, see how much it costs and things like that, and I'm going to compare it overall for like how much it's going to cost to move and like rent for the new place if they raise it like astronomically high, and then things like that. But I might move, I might not. I'm leaning, I would say it's 70% no, 30% yes to move. So I'm sorry if that does not help. It's just, it's so up in the air right now. So I don't know. Have you made any new friends? Yes. So I actually have. I have distanced myself from my department, and I've made friends elsewhere. I still have a couple friends in the department. I love them. Like, they're my homies. I love them. Absolutely. Like, but I have made friends outside of the department. So I am a night fellow, and that comes with forming all new connections and things like that. So I make a lot of friends through there. I have a good group from that department. I meet friends from church. It just depends. I talk to anyone and everyone, especially when I'm out like in the store. I'll just talk to people, and then I end up meeting friends from the grocery store. Yeah, I've made friends from separate avenues from my department, like all over around, and that's how I've kind of built my little community. Some I see often, others I don't see often because like we're in school, we're trying to, you know, get that paper, you know, so I don't see them as much as often, but we communicate a lot through Instagram. And then of course, I still talk to my friends during college. So yes, I definitely make friends outside of the department, of course. So that's just little tips and things that I do. Can you share any strategies you use to maintain existing friendships when you're physically distant from your friends? Okay, yes, so I have friends all over. Not all over, I'm being dramatic. I have friends that are scattered like across the US. I have one that's in California, one that's in Colorado, one that's in Wisconsin. I have some that are in Boston. My best friend currently goes to UF. My second best friend, she's in South Carolina. So we're all like anywhere and everywhere. So what I do is that I call them probably once every 2 weeks. Some I call more than others. Others are very, very busy. Like one of my friends, she's a veterinary assistant. She's busy. Like, she's busy, but we text periodically, but I still do call my best friends and things like that. I send them reels through Instagram, which is how we communicate the most. But my best friend, I'll call her probably like every 2 weeks, and we'll just chat on the phone, catch up, how things are going. She goes to UF. Yeah, that's what I do. I just have to make that effort, and I know a relationship, you have to put the effort in to call and to text and to like make that time. So I try and prioritize that time because good friends are very hard to come by and I want to make sure that I am still being the best friend that I can, even though I'm busy, and maintaining that even though we're like physically distant, if that makes sense. Someone says, do you still talk with family, parents, etc.? So you guys know, I think I shared about this in a video a few years ago, that I went no contact with my dad when I was 19, and then I randomly decided to call him earlier this year at the age of 24, and it was like a 5-minute conversation. It wasn't what I expected the conversation to be, and my therapist was like, the sooner you accept that he's never going to be the dad that you want is when you'll get over it and start to heal and look for other things, is when I truly found peace with it. Like, my younger self was still clinging for the dad that was going to be at her wedding, that was going to walk her down the aisle, that my future husband was going to ask for his hand in marriage. Like, it was very much that sort of thing, and I was still clinging on to that. And the minute I let it go is the minute I found myself accepting, okay, this is not a part of my story, and as much as I wanted to, that's like okay. So, thoughts on another cat? Okay, I want another one. I do want another one. I am contemplating getting another one for Christmas or maybe for my birthday next year. It depends. Like, I'm gonna be very busy next year. Like, I have a lot of second year deadlines that I have to do that are gonna get done, but ideally I would want another one for Christmas, or it'll be between next summer of next year, because I want to get Mateo a sibling. I feel like he needs a sibling, because like I feel like he's bored here all day without me here. So I don't know, like if I do get another one, gender, I would probably be a girl. Just, I feel like he needs a sister. If I do get one, it's gonna be a girl. As for the breed, I don't know. I don't care. If she speaks to me, then like, you know, I'll obviously like adopt her and all that. But ideally, I feel like I don't want a girl, because I feel like having a brother and a sister would be so cute. I feel like it'd be so cute if Mateo had a little sister. Like, I can't even. Like, I genuinely can't even. What's been your favorite thing that you like to cook lately? Okay, so I've been obsessed with the salmon bowls. So I post a lot of food on my Instagram, so you guys go check that out and follow me. I have an entire food highlight like on my page, but I absolutely love to cook these salmon bowls. I use the air fryer and I cook the salmon in it, and then sometimes I'll just do that with rice and an avocado and then like some white cheddar seaweed and black sesame seeds. Or other times I'll feel fancy and I'll do salmon, rice, zucchini, I'll throw in some radish coins, some kimchi, like, and then sometimes I'll do it with carrots and mangoes. Like, it depends on the day of the flavor. The carrots and mangoes, for me, that's more of like a summer recipe. I used to eat that a lot, like during the summer, with salmon, rice, carrots, mango, and then I just, you know, what's that word called? Squeeze some yum yum sauce on it, and I'll eat it that way with black sesame seeds like on it, and it's really, really good. So that's been my favorite thing to cook recently. I recently shared it with a friend, and that's her favorite meal to eat whenever we have dinner together. Do you have any trips or anything like that coming up? So I am going out of town with a friend for Christmas back home, so I'm doing that. As for any trips out of the state, maybe. I'm not saying anything until I have it booked, but it'll probably be next summer. I will be flying somewhere because it's gonna be pretty far, I think, is where we're going. All right, and I think that's gonna be it for this Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching my video. Be sure to give it a like and hit the subscribe button for more, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!